A very warm welcome to this week's edition of The Trading Bell. Now this time around we're going to be doing something a little bit different. My name is Malika Kazia, and as you know, the Nairobi Securities Exchange is a world-class trading facility that not just allows local but also international investors to tap into Kenya and Africa's economic growth. But they're not just big on numbers, they're also big on sustainability and promoting the welfare of society. Now this week we're going to be featuring the NSE Charity Trading Day. It did bring together known personalities as well as market stakeholders, all aiming to raise funds in order to support various conservation and humanitarian initiatives. Let's take a look.
The Charity Trading Day is NSE's flagship CSR initiative, where once a year we invite known personalities and celebrities to partner up with trading participants and make calls to investors. The NSE Charity Trading Day is molded around the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Over the years, we've raised over 30 million Kenya shillings, which has gone to various charitable initiatives, including We the Change Foundation, Borana Conservancy, SOS Children's Home, and Genevieve Foundation.
For us, this is part of our corporate social responsibility in which we believed in shared sustained value with our stakeholders. So we've done this. This I think is going to be our fourth event, and we've been able to have a very successful event every year, and it keeps growing year on year. So please make it part of your calendar so that you never miss, and we're glad to see all of you here today. Our vision is to be a responsible citizen and committed towards sustainability in the marketplace, workplace, and community, and in the environment. And we promote this through various platforms. But this happens to be one of our pillar platforms. And hence, it underpins also our corporate culture, which guides our day-to-day operations. I know people think about the market and they think that we just like money. That's the hard side of the market. We've got a very good soft side, as you can see. The market has a very good soft side as well. So the Annual Charity Day is one of our flagship initiatives, and we are very passionate about it. And we are very committed to developing a sustainable market in order to create long-term value. We believe that it's important to change the lives of these disadvantaged members of society because it's good for the society. And that's what makes it at the very heart of what we believe in. We believe that everybody deserves a chance to exploit the potentials they have. And that's why we support these programs even around education and also about well-being. So we're supporting people from various backgrounds in life and hoping that we can build their business skills. But one of the other programs that we also sponsor, which is very close to our heart, is wildlife conservation. The NSE has actually adopted a rhino in the Borana. It's called Hisa. And I know, Jeremy, you're challenged. We are going to be flying there to see how he's doing. But we are feeding him well. We haven't lost him. But we also focus on education because we believe education is really the way to transform lives. So all this money that we generate today goes to very many charities, and we actually look for more and new charities. Like today we are supporting one which is going to be a speaker here called the We Change Foundation. So we continuously do this. What we do today is a very good joint effort of our members, our sponsors, our corporate issuer companies, and really the trades that we do today. Whatever we generate today, we give it out as fees, and we combine this with what you've raised to give it out to charity. But it's also a day for us to really make you feel what the marketplace feels like. I know there's always been a notion that it's a very sophisticated business, but I think, Pinky, today you'll be able to beat possibly Jeremy by making quick calls and getting those deals done, right? And it's a way of also saying, please take advantage of the market. This market is really attractive. The companies that are in the exchange are very good performing companies. And really, there's the opportunity to create wealth. So also learn, Jeff. Learn and also take advantage of what the market is today. So mine again is to say, karibuni sana. I don't want to take too much time because I know we need to do the trades. It's 1 hour away. And I believe we'll be getting back here to announce which brokering house has been able to outperform the rest. So as Richard Quest said last week when we were here, let's go and make some money. All right?
Our Charity Trading Day is themed around the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which the NSE proudly supports and implements. During this event, Our objective is to mobilize people, non-governmental organizations, and stakeholders all around the country to help others volunteer and philanthropic activities. Today, innovative approaches to fundraising are key to successful campaigns. Charities and corporates need to find new ways to engage the public who are not easily persuaded by persistent asks, but instead want to be inspired to a personal level. It gets to a point where some of the people collecting funds or fundraising, they have to invent ways to get people to contribute. The NSE Charity Trading Day provides capital market stakeholders with a unique opportunity to invite guests, traders like these personalities here present, onto the trading floor to have a go at closing telephone trade deals with the commissions from the trades being donated to charity. This year, the event's theme is education, and that's why we feel very proud that the CS, who is the Cabinet Secretary for Education, is here with us to see that whatever you are collecting or you are helping to make will go towards education. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another, end of the quote. By coming together, we are raising funds, which will be used to improve the quality and standards of education, which in turn will improve the economic status of the students and the community at large. This year's lead beneficiary is We the Change Foundation, and we shall shortly hear from the founder, Ms. Geshaga, on the great work they are doing. We also continue to support beneficiaries such as Borana Conservancy, SOS Children Village in Meru, Joy Children's Home, and the Genevieve Audrey Foundation.
I don't actually need to convince anybody about education, right? Nobody needs to be convinced. It is the ultimate equalizer, right? The difference, they say, between progress and catastrophe is education. So I want all of you to continue working really hard to raise money for education, because it's the only thing that will support our future. So when you invest in education, you're actually investing in the future of our country. We have a lot of children that need support. We also have a lot of schools that need support. So everything that you do, right, should go towards ensuring that we are making sure that this playing field is level. Yeah, so that a child that goes to school in Turkana has exactly the same quality of education than the one that goes to school in Nairobi. Right now, that's not the case. And so we're trying very, very hard to make that happen. Thank you, Soya, for doing this. I think it's amazing. I think each one of us should establish a charity for education. I think that's a good challenge, a challenge that you've given us, and one that I think all of us will take up. I'll be very happy to come and join you whenever there's a discussion, right, on education, because I actually think that that's one of the most important things that we can do for our country. I would probably not be standing here in front of you if I didn't get that opportunity to go to school without paying fees. And so let's help our children have the same opportunities that we had. Let's not deny them that.
Education is something very close to our hearts at Barclays, and it's significantly our focus around developing youth. As Amina said, that's what makes the difference to people's lives and makes the difference to our societies. And in this particular case, as we are focusing on the very young child or children, that really sets them up for a life that can enable them to contribute to our broader economy. We are not just passionate about education, but we are also working very closely with the NSE on the gender agenda. We worked with them on the New Faces, New Voices program, which looked at driving further diversity on the boards of NSE-listed companies. We want to see more women on those boards. We want to see at least a 50-50 diversity representation. And Barclays was very proud to be the first listed company to achieve 50-50 in terms of board diversity, something which we wish to continue to push forward in the future. We also are very passionate about innovation, and we've worked closely with the NSE on listing new products. The new gold exchange-traded fund was the first of its kind. And we want to see more products, and we've been working with the NSE and the CMA to really deepen the financial markets. And one of the initiatives that we've launched was the Africa Financial Markets Index, which we launched in the last 2 weeks, which looks at the development of financial markets across Africa. And with our Barclays Scholarship Program, we've managed to support over 400 university students to pay for their, not just their fees, but also their upkeep as part of their education. We have a very active Ready to Work program, which is targeted, it's an online program, which is targeted at youth between 18 and 25. And what it does is it teaches them various things around financial literacy, how to prepare for the job market. If you want to be an entrepreneur, the things you need to do to actually start a business, because many people want to start a business, but they don't know where to get the skills. And this is a certification program that's free, that's online. You can just go to Ready to Work. If you type that into Google, that will take you to the program. And we've actually impacted over 200,000 young people since we've launched that program, and we're excited to push that forward even further as we look to the future. So for us, we look at the future in a very exciting way. We were excited to see recently the Ease of Doing Business survey by World Bank. Kenya improved from number 80 to number 61. And that really shows we're making progress. There are challenges we do admit, but there's lots of positive progress that we're making, and I think we should celebrate that. So I'm hoping now we've seen the markets have been quite challenged. Prices are very attractive. I hope today brings a bit more awareness to the markets. I think this is actually a buy-side opportunity. I think the challenge is to actually find sellers who are willing to sell their shares. But I know I'm looking forward. Eric has convinced me to buy more other than Barclays shares. So I'll have to get my compliance people to sign that off. But I think with that, I just want to thank everyone for coming and participating.
All right, now it's time to take a look at what our known personalities and beneficiaries had to say about the NSE Charity Trading Day.
To be standing here and to be honored by the Nairobi Securities Exchange in this way is extremely humbling. For me, when I think about education, I myself am a beneficiary of education. My grandmother, the lady that I'm named after, was not able to get an education because she was the only girl in the family, and she had 5 brothers who had to be educated first before her. So it wasn't until she was much older and an adult that she educated herself, and then went on to be actually the first woman-nominated member of parliament in Legco, and that's when we were still a British colony. So I'm incredibly honored to be named after her, but I'm also incredibly grateful that my father was raised by her, because it meant that for my family, my sister and myself, we were given opportunities of education that in other families, those opportunities would have gone to the boys. So We the Change Foundation is an education charity that I founded a few years ago when I was still living in London, working as a lawyer. It was soon after the post-election violence, and I was watching everything unfold as to what was going on, and I was just saying to myself, what's going on, and I really don't understand what's happening. Why isn't anybody doing anything? And I have this quote, which is, when you point a finger, there's 3 always pointing back at you. And for me, that was my moment of obligation. I felt that, not about what is anybody else doing, what am I doing? So I quit my job as a corporate lawyer, much to the chagrin and upset of my father. I came home and started working in Mathare. We started off with 5 children, then 10, then 15. We now have 60 children that we support, and we've designed our own holistic system of education that includes not just the education element, but nutrition, healthcare, Play, that's really important. When people think about education, people don't think about the importance of play. Emotional support and counseling, which is also really important. Child protection. See, these are pillars that are so incredibly important as a foundation for the early years in particular. And so for me and for the work that I want to continue doing and that I'll be able to do with the support of what you've given us today is actually creating a center of excellence in the field of education where people from all around the world can come and see what we as Kenyans are doing and the way that we are actually innovating in the education space.
My name is Jim Namwangi.
My name is Sarah Wanjiko.
We run Joy Children's Home, which is a charitable children's institution with over 210 children who are orphaned, vulnerable, and other children with many other needs. And we give them education, we provide them education, housing, and other basic needs. We want to say thank you to Nairobi Securities Exchange because of the initiative of the Charity Trading Day, which has been very, very supportive to us. For the second year running, we have been supported, and the resources that we've been given have touched the lives of these children.
Immediately when they came in, they were able to install water, and now we have water all over. We have a lot of animals which are supporting these children with milk, and also vegetable garden. So we say thank you because of all our supporters.
We want to thank you for your sacrificial giving and want to assure you that any resources given, especially on the Charity Trading Day, is reaching down to the grassroots, to the children who are very much in need, and it is changing their lives.
Yes, because we are also having some other children in the high school, and they have really been supported also by those funds. And also we have the home dorm for the children. We thank God because of them, and always pray that they continue supporting us in order to achieve our goals.
It was an amazing day, a super fantastic day. We made a bit of money, first time to trade at the NSE, and today was a charity day. We're doing it for the education sector in the 254. It was dope, it was amazing. Big shout out to all the people who came through, Barclays, Equity, Safaricom, all the sponsors. It was a fantastic Friday.
Hi, I'm Sheila Moniga, and I've spent the afternoon at the NSE Charity Day. We've been trading to raise money for really good causes. It's been an amazing day. A lot of money has been raised, and you know for sure it's going to go to all the right people who need it the most. So as we get ready for Christmas, do the most as well. Give something, your time, your money. Just know that the people who need you, and you don't have to wait another 12 months for the NSE Charity Day to be a part of it. Do something for somebody close.
So I'm Nana, CEO of KICC, but today I am Sawyer's sister. And she is the founder of the We the Change Foundation, which supports early childhood development and education in Mathare. I'm extremely honored and privileged to be one of the few people today that were here on the trading floor for the Charity Day for the NSE. This, I have to tell you, is a fantastic, fantastic idea. And like I said, I look forward to doing it again next year. And next year, maybe even bring it to KICC. We'll be happy to support you over there.
My name is Mike Masharia. I'm the founder and CEO at 7 Seas Technologies in Kenya. And I want to thank NSE for their commitment to these kind of initiatives. I guess as a country we go forward when we come together. Thank you.
My name is Tisha Wajiko Kwaware Hawanijui. I'm so happy to be here today at the NSE Exchange. Honor. Hata sijaongea. Yes, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by Boniface Mwagi. I'm so happy to be here today, and every time I love giving back to the society, you know, doing something that will help other people out there, and today we are doing it especially for the kids, yeah, watoto wa chure. And I ran something very interesting today. Nilikuwa nafanya mambo za exchange, trading, agaho, manaba hapa, naba pare. But anyway, I got myself around it. I got to know what was happening, and I raised 100,000 Kenya shilling. Imagine, nie. Yes. So the money that we have raised today is going to charity, of course, to all schools that NSE has been supporting, and I'm so glad that I've been part of that change.
Today we were we were sponsoring a really exciting initiative, the NSE Charity Trading Day, where we raised money for education. And we've been really excited about it. We've had so many personalities coming. We actually trade real stocks, and all the revenue from those trades goes towards education. So that's what we've been doing today.
My name is Pinky Galani, and it was such an honor to be a part of the Nairobi Securities Exchange Charities Trading Day. And for me, it was a great learning experience to learn about stocks and shares. Also, it was great to see how generous people are and how much they wanted to donate to the charity that was supported this year. So thank you so much for involving me, and I'll see you again next year.
Hey guys, no, I'm here for the second time. I was here last year, we made a lot of money, and today it was so fantastic, completely loved it. Of course, it's always so good donating to charity, giving to the less fortunate in society. I was happy to be here, and I'm going to be here next year, and the other year, God willing. Thank you. Mwah. Peace out. Betty Kello here, signing out.
Great initiative, great way of taking people who we don't usually think of as fun and charitable, which is bankers and traders, to make money. And what a great day. A lot of wonderful people here, a lot of money raised for some amazing causes. Read the Change, brilliant, particularly good for sort of what they're doing with young kids in terms of education in marginalized backgrounds, and a lot of fun. So thanks for inviting us. Make sure next year you join, and to the traders and bankers, you redeemed yourself today.
We wish to thank all our sponsors, guest traders, and stockbrokers for their continued support in this noble and great initiative. Thank you very much.
Now that was the NSE Charity Trading Day. The Nairobi Securities Exchange is clearly very much committed to supporting the growth and development of various humanitarian and conservation initiatives. Do keep up with us via our social media handles appearing on your screen right there. With that, my name is Malika Kazia saying thank you very much for watching The Trading Bell.